Finally. We are talking about this since 2021.
Yeah.
When we first met and you were here.
Yep.
Now we're gonna do it.
Yep.
And it's better because now we have the bigger gym and everything. And
Yep. No, this is beautiful, bro. Beautiful facility. To see your growth and your expansion has been inspiring, bro. So yeah, anything for you, man. Anything. Anytime I can train here, I'm here. So.
I'm so glad you are part of our journey. So.
Thank you.
As most people know, and if they don't know now, they find out. We always start the workout with the sled. I remember the first time you came, you were like, "Oh my God, sled!" And you took off your shoes and you were like, you started pushing, and then we started talking. It was like
crazy.
Let me add some weight here. I think it's fine. Yeah. So
okay, let's do it, bro.
You can start and we can talk. Like. So because maybe the public won't know like who you are, we're gonna introduce you with some short history. Basically, when did you start playing basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I started playing. Well, I played basketball my whole life, but I started playing more seriously probably around 15, 16 years old. Started high school and going from there, but for me it's more about this. So when I was 16, I broke this knee in half. So I was told I would never play again. So when you go through an injury like that, you learn the importance of
to train. Yeah. I had one guy that I've trained. He said, like until I same thing, like broke the knee, like ACL, everything. I didn't realize how important is the strength training. And after that, he was training like crazy, and he understood the value and importance, because most guys, you know, they are like sports and it's enough, but it's not enough in most of the cases. So.
Yes.
Okay, and like how it proceeded from that point? How did you handle your knee?
Yeah, I mean, going through the college ranks, just feeling my way through what sports I wanted to play as well. I played football, I ran track. I did everything, but basketball really became number one. I would say about 21, 22 years old. So I'm 31 now. So I would say for the last like 10 years, I've been totally all in. Like crazy about basketball.
Yeah, that's awesome. And where have you played? Like your history in short?
Well,
I know like
I ended up finishing my college career at Eastern Washington University, NCAA Division I school. And then from there, I turned pro. So, man, I played everywhere. I played a little bit in the NBA. Played every league you can think of in Europe, Asia, everywhere. So,
I know you were Germany, Greece, Spain, mostly in Spain, Puerto Rico.
Yes, 5 years in Spain, Puerto Rico, Montenegro, Japan.
Australia.
Yeah, multiple years in Australia. So, too many to count. I'm going to Lithuania this season, which is a new...
You haven't been to Lithuania
No,
before?
no. It's a new experience. So I'm just trying to collect as many experiences as possible through this game.
You play for our national team?
Well, I was going to say that too, like representing countries, playing national team. So the basketball experience it's about as vast as you can ask for.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that. But for me, bro, my biggest issue through my career was the injuries. So I think right before I'd seen you, I tore my adductor. I've had every muscle tear, break, plantar fasciitis, you know, you play 10 years professionally, you're gonna collect some pain.
Yeah, that's for like.
So ATG.
Sport is brutal, you know.
It's brutal, man. And so ATG was, I want to say around like 2019, 2020 was when I was introduced to it. I met you shortly after.
Yeah.
And I just started doing it backward sled. Oh, my knees feel a little bit better. You know, Patrick step ups. Oh, my ankles feeling a little bit better. You know,
yeah, and I know the sled helped you with the feet, like.
My big toes, my feet. Oh, for basketball.
You were telling me, like, yeah, like you couldn't put the shoe on, like.
You know, like one thing, a quote that came to mind is the best ability is availability. I was a really good player, but I was not available a lot, like early in my career, because I was injured all the time. So for me, this is what helps me stay available on the court, because as much as I want to do the glamour workouts and woohoo biceps, pretty,
and touch this.
There's a foundational element to this that you can explain more than me, but I can feel when I play that I have confidence going and dunking on somebody. That not only can I jump, but I can land safely, and my joints and everything is protected. So,
yeah, I mean, it's. Let's go here.
Let's do it.
The next step is like lower legs. We go from the ground up usually. So, I explain it very simply. Like recently, I had a realization about ATG, and I mean about the principles that we use. It's not something different. It's strength training and it's flexibility at the same time, mobility, which is a combination of strength and flexibility, etc. But I explain it like it's like showering, you know, like personal hygiene. Like it's the basics. Like you don't stop doing it. It's something that you need to do regularly to be clean, to be like in this sense, like to be strong, you know, to be able to withstand life, because life is life.
Yeah.
So sport is brutal and everything, and you can be like 100% protected, but you can increase the chances of being protected 100%. Up to 90%. Yeah. So even like non-contact injuries, absolutely, and contact injuries, you can reduce the damage and the recovery.
Oh, for sure. So, I know for a fact I've avoided a lot of non-contact injuries through training with ATG. Man, in basketball, it's not hard to do. You know that. It's not hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a contact sport. So let me get 115 here. Yeah, so this is the basics, you know, and then if you have a strong foundation, you can build more and add more. That's not like, we are not like, you need to do only this and it's like everything. But, like, you know, we have it on the wall here. It's like basics are basics and nothing but the basics. So, like, what if you see the greatest of all times, they were mastered at the basics. And they were continually mastering the basics.
In all domain, all disciplines.
Yes, in every, like tennis, Novak Djokovic, he's doing the basics. Like, I don't know, Kobe Bryant, like it's just a few things that are basics, and of course they know the rest. It's not that you shouldn't know more, but you need to keep the basics, like showering, as I said. Like you wouldn't stop. I do the basics now and then I do advanced stuff and I leave the. You must keep showering each day.
Consistency.
You know? Yes.
Consistency.
Like, each day, you don't do it for some time and then I'm clean, I shouldn't do it. You know? So,
I understand. Yes. Okay. Oh.
That's kind of do.
No, I mean the tibialis too, like just having those breaks, you know, like some of the kids I was working out with, like one example, a kid, he couldn't stop at all. He couldn't do like a step back jump shot.
Yeah, he would go like
example.
This.
Yeah, he would almost like fall down. And after, I would even say only like 2 weeks of doing tib raises, he didn't have that issue anymore. And his knees were a lot better stopping. So the translation to the skill work and the game, it's crazy how, training just that one muscle. Why would you just train that one muscle? Well, there's an example of him just training that one muscle.
Because it was the weak link for him.
Right, but I could see it, and I was showing him, I said, look, you should have these muscles. He didn't even know that there were muscles
and those on the front on the shin. Yeah. Usually it's like that. I don't know that this can
and you're
burn.
Playing basketball?
It's like, let me out here some weight.
And I would argue that basketball is just as much, if not more, deceleration than it is acceleration.
Yeah.
So you don't really
all the time, like
all the time. On defense, you're almost always retreating. You're almost always backpedaling somehow.
But the squeaks tell you, it's all the time.
Yeah, in a closeout situation, for example, like before I started ATG, basketball players know what I'm talking about. I had an issue with closing out because you have to sprint and then decelerate and then change direction. I couldn't decelerate, but I could sprint. So I'd be going super fast and just keep on running by because I ain't stopping. So I'm hoping they shoot, because if not, I can't stop. So, but now with training a lot of these muscles with ATG, especially the tibs, the difference in my defense has been like significant.
Yeah, the point is like the main focus is on acceleration, because they say that that's the performance. Yeah, of course, but like it's a car. If you have a Ferrari, you need to have brakes for a Ferrari, if you want to stop, because otherwise you're gonna go out. So it's like same thing for the body. It's the physics. It's the same forces, and the main focus is there. And many people can accelerate, but they can't handle that force. They can't decelerate. So here goes out the performance. As you say, this guy couldn't stop, so he couldn't play 100%, and then the injuries
handicapped his skills.
And the crazy. Injuries. So as I said, this is the structure. You're making. If you want to build a 3-story building, you need to build foundations for 4-story, and not have for 2 and build for 3 and be like
and be
a little bit shaky. We're gonna do.
And
your favorite, like straight. Woo! 12 per leg. Yeah, so it's the same with the lower legs. This is the foundation. Like, these are the first things that hit the ground when you put force, and they are not like trained enough. Because you do squats, you increase hip power, deadlift, trap bar deadlift, jumps,
many
everything.
Years just doing this for
and they say, running is enough for your legs, lower legs, but how big? If you do running, it's same for the hips and everything, but then you add a ton more volume, intensity for the hips. So running is not enough to handle that now increased force through the hips. So if you do one set of deadlift, you should do 1 set of calf raises, seated calf raises. And we see it now, statistics show everything, like Achilles tears, ACL tears, because what this can handle go to the feet, ankle, Achilles, or knee. So injuries are like the number one, like general pain and injury is the main barrier to movement and to performance. Like you can be the greatest talent, you can be very like physically prepared, but if you have injury, like it just block, You can't express 100%.
So that was my problem, and that's the most frustrating thing, at least for me as someone who's like obsessed with the game. I love the game so much. To go out there and put a 70% version of myself because I was in pain or dysfunctional or just not in general shape, like you said, like doing all the powerlifting but none of the feet. So that, I mean, thinking about how much power and potential and energy you're like leaking or leaving on the table,
Yeah, if you can trap bar 200 kilos deadlift, but then you
I
put
could.
that
That's
force, you need to have the
I could do 200 kilos. I could squat 200 kilos. I could do that. But then I was tearing everything, injured feet, plantar fasciitis, you name it, pain beyond belief. But I was strong. For what?
I mean, it's just not just one number. So.
For numbers, exactly.
Like now you can still trap bar deadlift 200 kilos.
No, for sure.
But you can also, you see tip raise, this is like 15 kilos. Like people usually start with 5 to 10. It's like burning like crazy.
I mean, you don't realize it until you first start it. The burn and the soreness.
And then when you feel it on the cord and in life.
That turns a lot of people off because they're not used to feeling that type of stimulus. but you have to trust that process and go through that and say, hey, no, my ankle, at least for me, because my calves, my ankles were so weak when I first started. It's discouraging.
Yeah.
When you're burning like crazy, you know.
It's like, I'm weak.
Yeah, you're like, I'm weak. The ego doesn't want that. The ego's like, no, my 200 kilo deadlift.
My 200 kilos.
This is 15 kilos.
Yeah.
No, what about my 200 kilos?
Yeah.
And you have to get over that, and it's burning.
Yeah,
And that trust, you do it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You wake up, you go, oh wow, I'm a different person. But it takes time. Oh my gosh.
So a little bit of retrospective. Yeah, that's the feeling you should get when doing this.
There's a pump. Oh, crazy pump, dude. Oh.
And it's good after the game last night.
I was gonna say, hey,
circulation, for
35
recovery.
minutes, played 35 minutes last night.
Yeah.
35 minutes, no sleep. First thing in the gym. We don't skip this stuff. Seriously, you know this is true.
Yeah.
We don't skip this stuff. So playing the game is not enough. I don't play the game without doing these things. I can't anymore in my career. I don't feel comfortable if I'm not actively training like this, because this is what ultimately saved my career and my injuries when we first met. Like,
yeah, but then
man,
I was going
crazy.
to do a little bit of retrospective. When did you find? You said 2020, 2020?
Yeah, 2020. So up until that point, I had almost every injury you can imagine. I had just tore my adductor with the national team here in Macedonia. I had just gotten into ATG, and somehow on social media I came across ATG Macedonia. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I know Bakoc.
Yeah.
He called me.
I thought it was a joke. I said, there's no way. I just started doing this program in the United States, watching Ben Patrick videos.
Yeah, back then it was COVID. It was all online, you know. That was crazy enough to open the physical gym. Like.
Yeah, so there's a gym in Macedonia. I said, whatever. And sure enough, I contact you and I pull up and here are sleds and Nordic benches, and I thought I was dreaming, because Macedonia is not necessarily like the center of Europe. You know what I'm saying? It's like
for ATG this.
Yeah. So I'm thinking an ATG gym would be in Barcelona or Paris or something. I'm like, nah, there's no way Skopje has one. And sure enough, man. So thank you, bro.
It's crazy how the universe
because at a
works,
time when I needed it the most, when I'm like, man, my body is so messed up. Like a torn adductor, I had a 2-inch adductor tear. To this day, I still deal with it because you're always moving laterally. So for me, it's like, if I'm not doing this stuff, if I'm not training the right way, I physically can't do my job. I can't feed my family.
Yeah.
I can't feed myself. Like, this is what I do for a living. So I literally cannot afford to be injured. So I don't think people understand like what that type of pressure is. So
yeah, even if you work like a sitting job, that's what I say. Like this guy, another coach, like put it beautifully. ATG helps you just exist better, you know?
Yes.
Like just existing, just sitting on the couch at home, you feel better. Like your back doesn't hurt, your neck doesn't hurt, or I don't know, your knee doesn't hurt.
Most people are in so much pain and dysfunction, they're not even aware of it.
Yeah, and their focus is there, and that also, if you do also like a sitting job, still like you can put your focus on the job because some of the focus is and attention is on the pain, you know? So in every case like helps, and that's the beauty, like it's from 7 to 77 for all sports, because as I say, it's like showering. Like it's not that someone should shower and the other shouldn't. Like everyone should take a shower.
Yeah, you know what we said?
So
it's like brushing it's like flossing your teeth.
Yeah.
It's like flossing your teeth, brushing your teeth, you know.
That's the thing.
Like last night I played the game. Man, I gotta come in and brush and floss my teeth, man. I gotta get my joints cleaned up, get everything feeling good. That's kind of how I think about it, because again, when your joints are all creaky and sore and achy and painful.
Tight,
once you get out of that, you don't want to go back.
Yeah,
you know
of course. And I remember like the story, like Bakoc, hello to him if he watches this video. You're gonna send it to him, say shout you have to shout out to Bakoc.
Shout out.
He was training with me for some time, and like they were with you, and he told to you like, I trained with that guy, he does like ATG, and he was like, what, ATG?
Man, I freaked out, yeah, like I said, you guys don't.
He calls me, it was night, like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 p.m. I am honestly in my underwear at home, like all relaxed, and he's like, can you please like come to the gym? I have a friend from America. He plays for the national. He wants to see. Like he doesn't believe me that there is an ATG gym in Macedonia.
Literally.
I was like, okay, no problem. I prepare. I go, and then we met like in the old place, and we were like, wow, ATG? No way, no way.
It was like a red pill matrix moment of like. I took it as a sign from the universe because I said, what are the odds, what are the chances I just started doing this type of training and just now actively seeking a coach, and I traveled to Macedonia to play national team, and here is a brand new gym opening up with my guy here, and I have access to it. I just couldn't believe it. So without that, I don't know if I'm still as committed to the training because it was so hard in the beginning. Like if I didn't have a coach, like if I didn't have you kind of guiding me through early on, I don't know if I would have kept doing it because it was freaking hard, bro. It's not easy to come in and just start pushing this leg. Going into these joints and joint angles and old injuries that you have to rehab and train through and keep strong, like that's not fun. But once you get into the rhythm of it, you really don't want to go back. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like once you get out of pain, once you get, I talk like greasing the groove, greasing the joints up. Once you start feeling better, it's easier to be more consistent. At least for me, that was the case. So
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, man.
And also it was for me, like before that, I was like, I want to train like professional athletes, from Europe and everything, and just expand and be like a great coach in Europe. And like shortly after I met you, it was like same thing, like how the universe works.
No, it's your vibe attracts your tribe, bro. That's what I always say. So
absolutely. Yeah, you've had an injury on this leg.
Yeah, this knee I broke in half when I was playing basketball when I was 16. Compound fracture tibia. I have a screw that holds this knee together. And yeah, I was told I would never play basketball again when I was 16. I just started. So, and we didn't have
crazy how many careers and talents are ended because of injuries, like.
Yeah, when you're told that.
And it can be solved. Like we prove it again and again with the results that we get on ATG, like globally. It's like they can be, but all the cases that we had, like
man,
before it was like no way, it's over,
Yeah,
that's it. But now we're getting people back and they play better than they were before.
100%. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, because the dysfunction that led to that injury has to be corrected, or the
source.
So this type of training kind of helps correct whatever caused you that injury in the first place, has been my experience. It'll expose those. Like this exercise is really hard for me.
Yeah, it's like a jump, jumping and landing. So, and now doing unilateral, like left, right, and like in basketball, you are putting more force on one, and it gets stronger, and then it makes troubles to the rest of the body or the other leg. And this is like.
But this transfers the most. To basketball, I think.
Jumping and landing, jumping and landing, it's all the time.
It's that deceleration when you're when you're going here.
That's why we go slowly on the way down, because
I'm going
you're
to take off on someone like this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of force going
transferring
into that leg.
Together with the lower legs, and this is the best for jumping because it transfers, especially in basketball, the horizontal power to vertical power. Because if you can't, you just go forward. Because if you
transfer.
If you can't stop with the lower legs and then use all that generated energy and power, and then through the knee, like extend up, like you wouldn't be able to jump as high. So
yeah, exactly.
This is the performance part that we do and we also train the deceleration.
And when I first started, it doesn't look like much.
Yeah, from the side, it's like
it doesn't look like
simple.
Much.
Very simple.
Like I said, I was doing my 200 kilo deadlifts and thinking I was
Yeah, but it's the same position. With the difference on deadlift, you don't train the deceleration.
No.
You know, that's the problem, and you don't balance between sides. So this looks simple, but it's very powerful. And then with the dip squats, you train the structures, like the foundation, to be able to endure, like getting your joints stronger. So then you can put force without like tearing them apart. So when you, it's not just this, you know, or just this. Why not do both?
It's all of it.
Yeah, it's all of it. Like I do this analogy with the car. Like, why would you just inflate the front tires and not the back tires?
Right.
Like, you know, like, and people are arguing now. No, it's only this. No, it's only this. You know.
Yeah.
Like, do both.
Yeah.
Like, why not be strong in both? Like, if you are strong on one, you have one weak link. Like with an ATG, that's the principle. We don't leave weak links. Like, we want to be strong everywhere, in every position, you know, like, why not?
Yeah, at least, I mean, I think the ego plays a big role. Yeah. You know, at least it did for me early on, because, you know, you're supposed to be this big, strong, like, basketball player. I need to be lifting big, strong weights because I play against, you know, big, strong men and all this stuff. And it's like, that wasn't the reality of it for me, because, like I said, I was not even available. I was injured all the time. So I was really strong in the trap bar and the power clean, right? And that got me to a certain point. But after that certain point, man, it was...
You start...
Every time I played, I was rolling the dice.
Yes.
Because any false step, any foot slip, like anytime my knee went over my toe, oh, sore, pain, you know, oh, tear here, tendonitis here, plantar fasciitis there. Just constant stuff that, you know, then you're like, wait, you're telling me I'm supposed to be doing this little step down, and that, you know, the ego.
And then when you try
the ego, you know, with social media, it just messes with you have to have an open mind. You know what I'm saying? At least I did. So I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know.
At least you know they should try it for some period and then see for themselves.
Even now,
we're not forcing this. Like,
even now coming here, like, I don't like doing this. You know what I mean? It's like
it's not comfortable.
No, it's not comfortable.
It's not nice.
I like what it does for me, but right now it's like my quads, my legs are burning, but that's because I need to be doing this, you know. So
if you take it, it's just coming down the stairs, you know. So for older people, it helps with hiking or climbing up and down the stairs, and for you, it helps with putting like a huge
for me
force
walking
for
down the stairs. I couldn't walk downstairs 3-4 years ago before I started doing this.
Yeah, you were telling me.
No, I couldn't walk downstairs. Are you serious?
Yeah, like Ben, also the guy, like these orthos guy that made this system, and huge shout out to him. He changed my life and many people's lives. It just, like he said, I was going down the stairs, you know, like backwards, like folding.
Yeah,
for the
literally,
rail.
literally using the handrail, like having
like, you know, and he had the troubles with he said same thing, basketball, and he had every knee condition that could exist, you know, like if you listed, and then plantar fasciitis and shin splints and I don't know, back problem, and now he's like 34, 5, and he's dunking, you know. Yeah. And it's crazy what.
Shout out Ben Patrick, man. Yeah. I found him.
What he
I found
done
his
for
content.
fitness.
It was around 2020. The gyms were shut down. I was in my garage. I bought a Nordic bench.
I was going to say you made
the Nordic
like
bench.
an ATG.
I made an ATG gym back before anybody really knew about it. As far as in the basketball community, the professional community, now everybody knows, but back then, in the professional basketball community, they were like, what are you doing? Because the programming was so intense of like, we have to lift, bro. We have to, and I'm like, yeah, dude, but I'm gonna do my little sissy squat, you know?
Sissy,
the ego is like, sissy, I'm not a sissy.
Squat.
You're doing sissy squat, what? Yes, bro. But I started getting healthy. Guys started seeing, oh, well, Wiley's not as banged up. Like, he's moving better, he's jumping better. So then it's the results that they start asking the questions of like, yo, what have you been doing? So, oh no, I got to do one more set, the third set on this list. So, yeah, I could talk your ear off about it.
No problem.
Because, you know, I'm very passionate. Because I feel like this type of training, it definitely saved my career. Definitely, because I know that the injuries wouldn't have stopped because I had a 10-year sample size of injuries that weren't stopping. So if I didn't shift the, approach, I knew I was doomed to keep, not to say you're never going to get injured again, but knock on wood, man, I've been on the road to health and moving great and feeling great.
As I said, like, sport is brutal. Like, you cannot stop injuries 100%. I think it's fine. You did third on the right.
Yes. This is
now
burning.
We go
oh, man. But yeah, like this leg, you see all the surgery scars here.
Yeah.
There's a screw. He said, hey, man, you should never play basketball again. Literally.
Now you're there.
I was 16, one leg longer than the other, shattered my growth plate. I've tore my adductor, tore my calf, tore my hamstring in the state championship track meet. I was in first place running, tore that. So we didn't know anything back in 2010, 2009. As far as this, we weren't training our hamstrings.
The internet wasn't that.
Man, I was doing bodybuilding, and when you're a young athlete, that'll get you so far. But then what happened in the state championship race? Boom, tore my hamstring, plantar fasciitis, about 10 or 12 severe ankle sprains for no reason.
Yeah.
You name it. Basketball players know. I love your shirt, bro. I love your shirt, bro. I played against them many times.
You're gonna do some split squats, same thing. You're gonna do 10 on the right.
Okay.
10 on the left, 3 sets on the right, 2 sets on the left. Yeah, but nice. It's crazy when I first also did ATG, I had some shoulder issues mainly, but I also had sciatica problems.
Me too.
And just some tightness, and then I was mobile and flexible my whole life, but it's just getting stronger through that range and fixing the small weak links and imbalances. You just your body feels so great, and then I couldn't touch the net before jumping. I was strong and powerful, but I wasn't in a jumping sport.
That's crazy.
And then dunking with a tennis ball or with an deflated basketball. Of course, I'm not a basketball player, so.
When I met you, you were grabbing the rim though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were dunking the rim.
Yeah, then I used to dunk with the ball. When I was in the US, on the wooden floor, I dunked with the dodgeball, on a regular court with rims, and it was big for me because before I was training, but I wasn't that strong and powerful, and it's just this stuff getting strong.
Well, you are now.
Not just the
You're
muscle.
a beast now. Damn.
I'm doing this for 6+ years, so I know the benefits. So but getting strong, not just the muscles, and the connective tissue, all the around the joints and the fascia that they say and everything together, and it just. Everything is smoother, everything, you feel more bulletproof. As we say, it's not 100%, but it can be reduced by a lot, because many people struggle with injuries now.
Yeah, and I think what you said something that sparked my brain. You said feeling good. Sometimes what I tell people is feeling good is good enough. Because people go, well, what about this training? What about that? What about that? What about that? I'm like, try it. If you feel good, then isn't that good enough? Because for most people, it's like, oh, but I think I should be doing this, or they're telling me this, or I didn't. It's like, you got to think for yourself.
Yeah, think for yourself.
You got to think for yourself. Do the training for yourself. Try it, and if you feel good, at least for me, I'm like, even just feeling good was good enough. I don't need the science. I don't need the explanations. I know where my pain and my body was at, and I know how I feel and how I felt when I first started the training again. So someone says, well, how does it work? In the beginning, I don't know. It's like, if I feel good, that's good enough. Because that's the mentality I tried to come into it with, without the preconceived notions of what I think I know and what I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know.
So anyways,
but people have different experience, with different teams, with different coaches,
Psychology is everything.
Yeah.
It's half the battle with this, because there's so much bad information out there. Believe me, because I've tried every training you can do. Believe me, bro.
Yeah, with the internet, it's good that you can find stuff like this. But then, as you said, in 2010, the internet wasn't big. So
No.
if you didn't know like Charles Poliquin with some of his coaches, like no one would do this.
Man,
but now with the internet, it's like
we were
it's
doing
accessible.
bench press every single day. We were doing bicep curls every single day. Like you can imagine, like we didn't know what we were doing, but at least we developed the work ethic and the mentality of we want to train. So you have to dump all the BS that you thought you knew, keep that like love for training, and then redirect it is what I had to do at least. So, you know, that I think we can talk about what the training does for your knees, your ankles, you know, but I think the psychology is the biggest part of all this.
It makes a shift. Like I've seen that with clients and with myself and with other coaches. It just shifts how you look at things. Like you start, like Ben refers to as common sense, you know. You just start to use your common sense, like to use your logic then you can recognize more bullshit, what makes sense and what doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So like Ben, what for me, he did a huge revolution in the fitness industry, in the exercise science and sport performance, in the, like everything exercise and training wise, because like it's very simple and truth is always simple and powerful, you know, because it makes sense. You be stronger from the ground up. Like when they're building a house, they start from the ground up. It's physics, you know. We can't avoid gravity. It's the same forces on the body. It's called biomechanics. It's like physics applied to the body. And now you start, like, how does it make sense to build a house from the ground up and everything, like, you know, bridges and everything, but then start building your body top down, you know? Like bench press, bicep curls.
That's what I did.
And then the hips are
That's
above.
exactly what I did.
Like get your hips stronger, and now like here you are big and you can put force, but then the foundations are breaking.
Wild.
You know, and the body can take so much, like, but at some point it's like, oh, and you know, this mysterious injury, chronic pains and everything. And now training from the ground up, as we said, like sled and tibialis, calf raises, and then going like short, like in this position, like stronger, and then now we have all the circulation, and now we can go in deep positions. Like this, the split squats is so amazing because you have feet, you have knees, you have hip flexor flexibility, adductors, you know, and for the hips, for opening, like going sideways or just running, you know, just running, like from sitting. We sit all in school, you know, and everything, and like even I felt I could do it when I started at flat ground, but I would feel this like stretch and then load, like training, like burn, you know. It was crazy. And then when I remember my first sets of split squats, like I was doing stretching, but I was like, wow, you know, my steps are different. You know, and then these pains, sciatica, and these tightnesses started to leaving, and I was like, this must be, you know, spread. That's how I started. It was very early, like 2019, February.
That's a common story, you know, like fixing your own pain, and then, you know, that's like the Louis Simmons kind of, that's like the Louis Simmons story. It's like you're broken first, and then
you want to help others.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just
and you know, and not that I ever I knew intuitively this was helping me, but then I actually went down to a sports science facility called P3 in Santa Barbara, California. This was like 2-3 years ago, and they hook you up to all these sensors and make you run and jump, and they compare you to all the NBA data that they have, all the research that they've been collecting over the last 10 years. They basically pump out this algorithm that tells you what exercises you need, how you compare. Half of it was ATG. Half of it that they prescribed me was backward sled, tibialis.
Really? I didn't know this.
Step downs or step ups. So yeah, it was half amazing. Of it, and I thought, this is crazy. Like half of this is ATG. So then I started thinking, oh, okay, like, you know, success leaves clues everywhere. You know what I mean? So just because someone's not, let's say, packaging the training or saying they're doing ATG, it's like the truth bleeds into all.
That's when they ask me, like, what team does ATG? And I'm like, ATG is not like something separate. Like a lot of coaches behind the scenes, like they're doing ATG. It's not what they're posting on Instagram. They would post only the impressive work, like, you know, the drills and everything. But behind, in the accessory work, they are doing a lot of like ATG principles. ATG is about principles. It's not just,
I mean, bro, I paid money to go down to the sports science facility, hook up to all these sensors, do all this training, and they just to be told, basically, you need to be doing seated calf raises, backwards sled walking. Imagine, I'm not kidding. I'll bring you the program. I will bring you the program from sports science. So now I didn't need that explanation, like to know that that's but I was expecting a totally different.
Yeah, you were expecting like
response.
Power
clean.
I'm
thinking it's gonna be some mind-boggling like information.
300 kilos deadlift, sprinting.
No, and it helped me because, you know, like I said, the truth is the truth, whether we package it like this or like this or like this. So the backward sled was gonna help my knees regardless if you called it ATG or called it GTA. You know, it doesn't matter.
Whatever. If I do this, I get this. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And you can see it for yourself. You can observe it. It's not something that, you know, this is the truth for me, and something that is philosophical or imagination. You know, it's just like I do this. This happens. You know, you do backward sleds. You get a pump. You get stronger. You feel better in the knees, you know. You get stronger on deceleration, you get better. It's just physics. Like, come on, go build a house with 3 stories with foundation for 1.
No,
come on.
No,
What's the truth there, you know?
Yeah, but
you know?
I know the truth because I felt the pain. And the pain teacher, at least is the one teacher I don't like to learn from. You know what I mean? But the pain teacher.
I can totally understand.
It's a loud teacher. So yeah, I mean you can deny, you know, the truth all you want. You know, let's just call it like it is. This is the truth, let's say. But the body knows the truth. So your mind can say, "Oh, this is stupid," but the body's gonna say, "I love this." At least that was my experience. So, because that literally, my mind was like, "Nah, this can't be. This can't be." You know what I'm saying?
Let's go now.
Let's do it.
Your favorite squats and Nordics. I remember when you came, and I give you a few cues for the Nordics.
Yes, let's do it.
And then you were sending me videos of your home gym, you know, a slam board.
Yes.
And the Nordic bench.
Yeah. No, I've been consistently, you know, especially when I'm home and I have my equipment, doing the Nordics. And when you're traveling a lot, obviously you try to make shift and make it work. But
yeah, that's what Ben is also trying, like, to make it accessible and simple so everyone can follow it. Like, you know, high school athletes, college, you're traveling because he has that in mind. You're a basketball player, so you have 4 games a week.
Always on the
road.
You're
on the road, you're traveling. So how can you, for example, you don't have a seated calf machine. Okay, then you have the knees over toes calf raise, you know. Like, slam board can be used, like, you can use slam board. Now instead of the Nordics, you know, that roller.
Right. I love that
crazy.
thing.
Like, you can also put it in the back, you know.
That thing's brutal.
Yeah, so gonna go here, we go down, do 1 1/4 and then up, okay? If you need to use this for the knee now after the game, you can use it. 10
He makes
reps.
that look too easy, bro. Bulletproof.
Yeah, for you. Yes, nice. You just want to move it.
And like you said, like doing this after the game, like just helps my body feel better. And in the beginning, you know, you think it's the opposite. You're like, I'm gonna be sore. But once your muscles get conditioned for it, it just helps my joints feel better more than anything.
And then you have a less breakdown from the game because the body now can take more stress, so you don't get so damaged, you know, from the game, because in the game you go 100%, so the body gets, you know, damaged. But
I mean, I played 35 minutes last night.
Yeah, so
35 minutes, like,
if someone else, like,
early in my career couldn't do that.
That isn't doing this like training and did that 35, he wouldn't be able to get out of bed like today. Yeah, and I'm like, you know, his knee would be sore and you know swallowed, and then his foot would hurt, and then his back, or his like. There are many athletes like that, you know.
Me. That was me.
Like it's, I would say, I don't know, 90% of in the sports is like that, you know. They play one game and they're like, oh, I need 3 days to recover. Then another game, and it just it's like winding spiral. It goes down and down until one point. Okay, I need to stop my career at 30 because, you know, that's the age where everyone stops. But, you know, it's injuries and, you know. But no, like that's also the thing, like longevity, athletic longevity. You can play until 40 if you take care of your body. If you can.
That's the goal.
It's just demand versus ability, you know, and this is like pain and injury is always demand exceeding ability in whatever form, like jumping too frequently or too much or too high, you know, and I don't know, training or running or playing basketball too frequently, but it's brutal. Like sports now are just training like all time, 2 hours practice, 2 times per day, you know? So that's demand. And if you don't have the ability, there is pain and injury. And then what is sport performance? Like ability exceeding the demand. Like if I can like handle that demand, you will see me moving better. You will see me no pain.
If I'm comfortable.
You will be comfortable. And you can play better. You know?
I'm not tired, I'm not in pain.
So
I'm
it's
not
always
fatigued.
Demand versus ability, like equation. So what does ATG do? Like it decreases your ability, so you can handle the demand. So first, it looks like, you know, it's only for injuries and this and that. So I want to make it clear. Like at the beginning, everyone is in pain. Like you need to remove the pain so you're able to go higher. And then the first thing of the ability is to handle the pain. And then as you go up, your performance go higher. So it's just...
And that's what I'm experiencing right now, you know, like even recently in these last games, this last month, you know, doing the ATG, you know, when I can with you and when I'm here in and out, even just doing it like a couple times per week, wow. Like my performance, like my stamina, everything just over the month, because I mean, I'm with the GOAT coach, so you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Okay, let's do some Nordics. Just on the way down. 5 seconds. Let me adjust this. 5 reps. Same thing for this, like knee flexion, like when you stop, you know, and it's so imbalanced compared to hip extension, like all the Olympic weightlifting and deadlifts and squats, you know, it's just crazy what this does for the knee and for the stopping, you know, and performance.
Oh man, it's grabbing that floor, man.
But even when you stop, the hamstrings, you know, stabilize the knee, so it helps with the ACL. So that's why so many ACL tears. Like a lot of people are try to go even slowly on the way down. I remember you sending me videos of doing in your home gym.
That's the thing. Like when I have it, the equipment.
You could.
Oh man, you can really go crazy with it.
Okay, I think you did 5.
Yeah, that feels good. This machine is really nice. Wow.
Yeah, it's perfect. Also because you can adjust really it. Nice. We didn't mention also the mobility box. That's what Ben tried to do, like accessible, measurable, like scalable.
The one that I bought back in 2020, it was a Rogue. But it was not adjustable.
This is scalable.
So that created some problems.
Someone can do it like older person. Like
I couldn't regress.
Still,
I had to, you know, lift it up, and like this thing, you can just no problem.
And the mobility box, same thing.
Super
easy.
It's
like accessible, scalable, measurable. You have like every week you see how you're progressing on the
it's so
degrees,
easy to scale it.
Like 10, 15, like 15, 10,
incredible.
5 degrees.
It's incredible, honestly. Like all this equipment is advancing.
Simple is genius.
Literally.
Simple is genius. That was my goal, like making the best training facility, you know, in the region. So.
Well, it's the only.
And the only,
the only.
Now we are opening more gyms.
Yes, but
now we are working on a project.
People don't realize how crazy it is. Y'all don't realize this is crazy. ATG Macedonia, lucky, we're blessed. Blessed to have this here.
You were like, I know, first time you came, I played in Germany. They don't have this, you know. No. They have nice gyms, of course.
Everywhere.
But they don't have this, you know, and Spain, they don't have this, and it's Skopje. It's just what's Japan. The irony? Yeah, like why the
everywhere, you know.
Yeah, the goal now, I'm on that project and helping is to open more ATG gyms. Throughout Europe for me.
Yeah.
And that's my next goal and my next game. Now we have one, like we're gonna do like a little bit sneak peek one in Serbia.
Yeah.
And it's also a great country with sports and basketball especially. It's
incredible.
Yeah,
Europe, the world deserves to have these gyms. Basketball, the basketball world deserves to have access to this, whether they realize it or not. You know, if it could just change the one person like it did for me, you know, it's worth it. So, because basketball,
so many lives can be changed.
Basketball is something we all love. Whew. But injuries is also something we all deal with, and you can't play if you're injured. And most people, the limiting factor is my knees, my back, my ankles. If I could just fix my knees. It's like, well, hey, bro, you can. It's gonna suck in the beginning, it's gonna burn, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but you can, you know.
But usually they don't believe because someone else were telling you for many times, you know, you can, and they believed it, and that's the problem.
And that was, when I first started doing the training, that was my motivation, was basically Ben saying that, like, you don't have to be in pain. You can be bulletproof. You can bulletproof yourself against some of these injuries and this pain. I had never heard no one speak like that before.
Yeah, they were like,
no.
You had an ACL there, you were done, you know?
Yeah, you know, but it's always just bigger, faster, stronger, lift more weights, you know, run faster, all that stuff. No one was saying, hey man, we got to get out of pain. You know, we got to balance our body. We got to balance both sides at a time.
Like Charles Poliquin was doing that with a very small amount of people, only Olympic athletes, you know, only very high ends, like athletes, and it wasn't accessible. You know, you would need to pay like $10,000 to train with you know, I don't know, $1,000 per hour. Like, not like high school athletes, college athletes, who would afford that? You know, it was just 1,000 people in the whole planet. You know, and Ben took that and like spreading it to the whole world is just huge.
Yeah,
you know?
No, huge. It changed my career, and a lot of people I know have changed their careers. Whether, you know, people want to put that out there or not, I know for a fact. Because like I said, in 2020, when the world shut down the gyms, I had my garage gym, and you best believe it was all ATG up in there. And there were people going, whoa, people in my neighborhood were training, my knees feel better. And I had minimal equipment. Imagine if I had, so I go, wait a second, this is real. And then that's, you know, I met you shortly after, but, you know, people all around the world are getting results from this. It's just, I think for whatever reason, people just are not open to like telling their story, you know? Because I think if more people told their story and talked like we talking now, this message could spread even crazier, because it's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, they're in different situations when they are stopped from some factors, and I can understand that, and that's fine. But like you cannot stop the results and the truth.
Like
you know?
I know athletes that are doing this, and I'll be like, man, you should be posting this, or you should be telling the young dudes you doing it. Look, you see them doing this crazy trick, man, tell them what you're doing. And they're like, nah, they don't want to hear it, or nah, they just want to keep to themselves. And I get that too, but I'm just like the type of person, I'm like, it's something that works for me, I want to
shout
it, because I've wasted so much time, bro. So many injuries, so much pain from nothing, you know.
Yeah, so we started from the feet, lower legs, knees, hips, and now hip flexors, core, abs, and then backside, you know, same thing. You just train it all.
Everything.
To get stronger in everything.
Everything.
You want to be, your body is like connected with everything, and you play basketball with your whole body, you know, and it's just 100%. So same as the car, you want your suspension good, your tires good, you know, brakes and everything. So why not do it for the body, you know? So that's the principle. That's how I see this, you know. And actually, we've talked recently, and Ben made this video with Houston University and Alan Bishop.
Yes, I've seen
huge.
that.
Like you see, that guy was also a Polycon student, I think, and he was also in communication with Ben throughout the years, and what he has done.
Yeah, like, shout out to
him,
Houston, man, because watching them play, I could tell.
Yeah,
I was actually telling my buddy, I said, man, these dudes are in great shape, and they're physically
moving well,
people.
mobile, don't have injuries, and he doesn't even get the best, you know, at the beginning. Now they're getting it after 6 years. I don't know how many
Final Fours and
but at the beginning he was not getting the high recruitment. You know, he was getting some other players, and he was transforming them to then be like beasts. You know.
Yeah.
All because like
you can see it. Yeah, you can see it.
Gonna do the sit-up good morning. Same for the adductors, lower back, glutes, hamstrings, chest up. And this is the defense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those hips, baby.
Lateral.
Yes, sir.
Lateral movement.
Yeah, the hips don't lie. The hips don't lie, bro. Okay, so I'm like about here.
Yeah, I'll be in there. Yes.
Here.
Like yes.
And then
I want to be like I say like a chair, you know, like a leg of a chair, because if the feet are here, you would tip forward, you know. You wouldn't have that balance to focus on the hips and everything. So that's why they're slightly in front of the knees, to make that, you know, like structure, like foundation.
Yeah, this exercise really, really smokes me every time, my hips. And I think for most basketball players, like you said,
chest up,
this is getting in that defensive stance is hard, you know.
This is what helps, as I said, like it takes your torso the closest to your body, you know. The deadlifts ends here, you know, but this is like you are here. So if I can get low,
I feel this a lot in my core.
Yeah,
like my you know, I had that adductor tear. Like this really just helps smooth a lot of that scar tissue, and you know, you don't think about some of those things.
Yeah, it's huge for the groin. Yeah, so now we're gonna see more and more. I think that's my goal, like seeing ATG, you know, grows and spreads, and like everyone should have access to this, and then they can decide for themselves. But a lot of people are, you know, under pressure. As Ben said, like he would train them, get transformed, they get in some college, and then they go there, and they like 30 people not doing this, and one guy doing this, and they are looking at him strange, you know, and the coach says you cannot do that. So they're in a difficult situation.
I've been in that situation
I can understand that.
almost a million times, maybe in my career. And you know, to anybody watching this,
it takes guts, you know.
Yeah, anybody watching this, any players watching this, you got to be willing to be weird and be different. Be weird, because if your career depends on it. Not to say that the strength coach doesn't know what they're saying or what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But if you know what's good for you, and if you have your own truth, stick to that. And believe me, from my experience, when people start seeing the results from what we're doing in here, instead of them judging, they start asking, hey, can you show me how to do that? Why are you doing that? Hey, bro, is that why you're jumping so high? You know, they start connecting the dots.
Yeah, there are some like others, but you know, it's not their fault.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be different, to branch out, you know, to do some exercises that aren't as popular, you know, because the social pressure, especially like in a team setting, can be intense.
Yes,
you know?
So that's the point. But it's not even the coach's fault, you know. That's how they're educated, and it's sometimes hard to change that. But results, and
results.
We are slowly changing the game, like for a better career, better life, you know, in general. Like
pain-free.
I was telling one athlete that I've trained, he had knee issues, and they told him like your career, and then he's still playing, by the way, like third year from there, like soccer player. And I was telling him, like, right now, I see your progress, and you're gonna play until 40, but it's not that the point. It's the point what you do after the 40. You know, you don't want to finish your career not be able to walk. You know, you will have like children. You will want to play with them. You will want to play football, like soccer, with them. Like, that's even more.
It's a big problem.
Yeah, more valuable and
athletes.
priceless than now your career.
Yeah.
Like not being able to play your child after 40.
It's crazy.
You know, what you gonna do until 70?
You're just starting your life.
Yeah.
After your pro career, let's say.
Yeah, you're like.
35, 40 years old, you're just starting your life.
Yeah, and 30 years you will be
can't
like.
walk. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Like that's why this is important. Like look at like that, not just for now, you know, for short term. Many people, I think that's the point. They don't see the long term. Like see it like, okay, I'm 25. Okay, I want to play until 35. You know, not end at 30. That's why, and I will make more money. I will become a better player. I will have less. But what after that? Like when you finish, okay, I want to be normal. Like. Move without pain, like play with my children, like be able to work something else.
Yeah, we'll still be able to play your sport.
Yeah, play your sport recreationally, like for fun, for enjoyment.
Yes.
Go hike with friends, or whatever.
Yeah, just be able to train.
Yes, and that's what I like the name. Like it's like athletic longevity, like being able to be athletic for as long as possible. You know.
Yeah, and that's kind of like my personal like. The experiment with doing all this. I'm like, I wonder just how long I can do this for. How long can I play at a high level? How long can I feel athletic and bouncy? And I'm more athletic now than I was. I'm 31 than when I was 21. So I'm like, where can I take this if I'm training the right way?
Yes.
And that's real. People don't believe that, but it's true. Like I'm more athletic now at 31 than 21.
They should feel it. Yeah.
At 21. I wasn't as athletic, and I was in a whole lot of pain at 21.
That's the most. That's the most common thing that people say. Like we have a lot of success stories, and one of the common things is this: like I am more athletic now at 35 than in my 20s. I'm more athletic at 50 than in my 20s. I have less pain now than in my 20s. You know, it's the same thing because that's what are the results. You know, and it's just the truth is universal, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Like everyone feels this. Like I'm also feeling more athletic at 30, almost 31, than I was at 20. You know, I had shoulder. I was supposed to do surgery. I quit my sport, and now my goal is to help people not quit their sports and live better after that when they finish.
Yeah.
That's my goal now. Helping people don't go through the same that I was, because I know the mental, the emotions, the depression and the pain, and it's just tough. You know, many people.
Your self-esteem.
The self-esteem. Like
zero.
you want to give 100%, you're not able to, and then you start drinking alcohol to feel better, or take drugs or whatever, and go out and do like crazy shit, and imagine how that impacts life. Just a simple thing. A single injury. If we can help that. You're not just changing the physical thing. It's not just you're changing the whole life. You know, as I told you, like
quality.
I gave this perspective to this player. Like, look how it will impact life 30 years from now. Not just you're gonna play till 40 and you're gonna make now more money and everything. Now he's in a team that they're playing. I think I don't know. They're winning some European Championship, whatever. But just look at. Like that's all great, you know. Even if you go, but what afterwards? That's even greater. You know, you have two children. Yes.
Your whole life.
When you finish your career, you want to play. They will be. You want to play basketball with them.
Exactly.
No. You play with my friend. I will stick to the side. You know, or you start playing and then you hurt yourself again, and then you need to rest for 6 months and not be able to provide for your family or play with them just because you had some other injury from basketball. You know.
I was already doing that. I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah. So imagine like this helping that, and that's the focus. It's like huge, and it's for, as I said, for any generation. Like we are helping people, 50s, 60s, athletes, 20s, 30s, teenagers, like, and we have that everything in the gym, you know, and that's my vision, like having this multiplied in throughout the world. Like that was my, like when I started ATG, I was like, there will be a time where you would go like in any city, and you will have an
You'll
ATG
find
gym.
it.
Yes, you will be like, okay, I want to. It's not just the others are bad. It's different because the focus is different. I said any activity is great. Like whatever, you need to be active. Like if you enjoy skating, go skate. If you enjoy hiking, go hike. Like you enjoy bodybuilding, do bodybuilding. Just do this as a shower, so you don't get hurt. Bodybuilding.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's like the way I look at it. I love that analogy you were using. I look at it as like charging up my battery. So even like last night, I get in the game, my battery is drained. You know, my joints or my body's tired, you know, a little bit sore. But when I come in here, it's like, the mind thinks working out, but I love the phrase like working in. Because working out like implies like it's all output, and it's not. It's input.
Yeah,
you're putting blood in. You're putting nutrition in the muscles, in the joints, the synovial fluid. You know, that's something Ben talked about. I'd never heard someone talk about the synovial fluid, as far as like getting the greasing up your joints and you know, lubricating your joints is huge. So I look at it like I'm putting energy. I'm putting a major deposit towards like my future, you know, so it energizes me. It doesn't
putting money in the bank.
Yeah, am I making sense? Like it's hard for someone to understand. It's like,
of course.
But when you're doing this, you feel better after the workout. So we were doing this before games.
Makes sense. Yeah. Like we were playing at 7, we were at 5. You were doing Nordics.
Come on, we were doing Nordics 5 o'clock. We had a game at 7.
Listening to balling.
Yeah. We were training before the game because you feel better after. So there's a good example. It's like the way I used to train. If I was doing bodybuilding stuff, I couldn't play a game after that. My body's done. My joints, my back is fried. Everything.
Just a natural mobility, natural movement.
Yeah, I'm thinking I accomplished something. Like, oh, I'm so effed up, man. I must have been a good workout. You know, it's like crazy to think that was the mentality back then. But now it's like I try to say like working in more like, because this is putting the health and the energy back into my body.
That's the thing. Like if you want to do powerlifting, do powerlifting. If you don't have pain and injuries, great, continue. But if you have, like something's wrong, so you need to do something to fix that, and that's the point. It's not just that, like the rest is wrong. Like if whatever you're doing, as long as you get results and you're pain-free, like that's fine. But ATG is here to help anyone. Like we have a lot of CrossFit athletes, and we have coaches now that are CrossFit, but like that's sport. That's for enjoyment.
It's a sport.
This is like the basics that help that sport, and we can help any sport: hiking, running, CrossFit, basketball,
the sport
soccer,
of life,
football, life in general. Life. Because like whatever you do, you need to have strong foundation, strong joints, be able to withstand that. So that's the goal. Like not like people. Oh, ATG is the best now or what? They attack, but it's not. It's just whatever you do, you need to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like if you have pain, you won't be enjoyed. And ATG helps that, so you can enjoy. That's why I say our goal is do any physical activity that you enjoy pain-free, and be able to do it like on a higher level.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you hike now easier, then you go down, your knees doesn't hurt, and you are enjoying. And that's the point. Like I'm lifting now biceps curl, like doing, bodybuilding, bench pressing, my shoulder doesn't hurt. I can lift higher weights.
Right.
Like that's the goal. Like it's not that bodybuilding is bad.
Your potential is
greater.
It's
not that I enjoy bodybuilding. It's not that it's bad.
It
increases
just your potential.
Yeah. Yes. And we have a lot of people not doing that. Like this guy, Chris Bum, he's a Mr. MP. He's doing now full range, split squats and dips. Beast.
Yeah, and I'm about to buy a bunch of ATG equipment and send it to Lithuania. Like the website you were showing me, I'm gonna get the buddies, the slant board. I might get this shit, the straps, like all those little things that the gyms don't usually have.
It's gonna be.
I gotta have it. Okay. So sorry, we're doing just the one leg here.
1 minute per side. That's gonna be great, and they will ask and see the.
I mean, when I first started, I was self-conscious about it. Because I'm like, it was so different. Now you see more people doing it.
Yeah.
But 4 or 5 years ago.
They recognize, this is,
4 or 5 years ago, dudes were like, man, you need to lift, man. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Because I basically had to start with 0 which is no weights, you know. So I told my teammates during team weights, I'm like, bro, I'm just doing this zero program, and it really doesn't need weights, bro. And they were like, oh, lifting weights, which is cool. Like, I love lifting weights. But, sorry, how much time was that?
Yeah,
was that when?
you can change. 45, but that's fine too.
I'm like, I can't lift right now. Like, my body's so
Yeah,
my
like
body is so
Ben,
messed
like,
up. I'm like, if I keep banging my head against this wall at a certain point, like.
Ben was also saying like he trained one of the top high-speed athletes just recently, that like one of them, like he didn't realize, I mean, he knew the power of zero, but then one of them told him like, I'm doing this for a warm-up before games, you know, and it helped me so much. It's like huge, so you can do it with no equipment.
But that was the thing, it was like a
minimal
equipment for the practice. Like, it was the only way I could practice. Like, I think a lot of people, like anyone watching this, if they haven't experienced, like, especially with basketball, like what it's like to be like crazy sore in your knees and ankles and stuff, like, you don't want to practice. You can't even put your shoes on. You don't want to run on that hardwood floor. So doing something like zero was the only thing that could get me, when I was really messed up, like, to practice. Because if you don't practice, you can't play. And if I don't play,
skill go down.
I don't make money. I gotta play. I gotta be available, you know. So zero was like quite literally at one point in time like what was keeping me on the court as a warm up, as a workout, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean it has helped a lot of people, and it's one of the.
It's crazy.
The most like popular programs. Because it helps a lot. Because it's so accessible, all equipment, everyone can do it, and it's made some huge results. And I would say, like, truth is simple, you know, so simple.
Yeah.
And it's just same thing, like builds you from the ground up.
Yes.
Okay, we go hamstrings now.
Nice.
We open the calves, so we can open now the hamstrings. Add some movement.
Nice.
I go 15 per side. Finish with some flexibility, and that's like the usual. I would say it's just, you know, train every joint from every side, balance left, right. Those are the main principles. However you do that, it's just tools.
You checking those boxes.
Yeah,
man.
And it just makes sense, like training every joint and every movement and angle, and being strong and mobile in that. That's it. Like that's it. You don't need to complicate more. Like, you play your sport and do that, and you will be like 99%, like better than 99% of people right now, because, you know.
Yeah, because to get most at least guys in my profession are not doing this consistently, you know, and that's crazy to me. Like,
you're crazy mobile and like.
I mean,
for your height and the
my hips are
tight.
My hips are always tight. You know, you're traveling, you're flying. It's like, that's the point. I'm like, man, all of the stuff that we put our bodies through.
Imagine if you don't stretch, you know, it just goes worse and worse.
No, I could not imagine, like, not stretching, not training. You know, I mean, I was there before, you know, 5-6 years ago, not doing any of this stuff, and I'm like, why am I always injured and in pain, man? That's like crazy, like. But you know, I looked the part. That was the thing in the past. You know, you look the part, you look strong, you feel strong. Like, man, I don't know, maybe genetics. You know, I was even saying that, like, oh, it's just genetics. You know, I got flat feet, I got this, I got that. It's like. No, you just ain't. You're just weak.
You don't have enough ability to do that.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're just weak, and that's okay.
That's the equation always.
Yeah. But my ego.
And you can get stronger and more, like, increase your ability at any level. So.
You know, my ego didn't want to hear that. You know, like, hey, you're weak. You know.
Yeah.
But thank God, you know, that I met people like you and just people trying to truly help and not just 30 pounds in 30 days, you know, like that type of stuff. Like really say, hey, let's.
That's, I would say, like, we don't want to attack it. Like, that's also the principle in ATG. We don't attack anyone because we understand and we want to help.
Yeah.
And like, that's great. Like, if you help someone that has that goal, that's great. But if he does that and then he gets injured or worse, you know, like that's the point. Like you want to do it. You want, like, people should enjoy that, you know, like,
yes.
and getting to their goals, they enjoy that. Like, you don't want to get a title and then like end up your career because of that title, you know. Like, you want to keep enjoying that and then not be able to play basketball after that ever in your life. We have people, like he said, I haven't been able to play, like, you know, recreationally, like basketball with my friends for 4 years.
Wow.
Because of his back. And now he's back, like 42, he's dunking.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
and he can play basketball after
like,
4 years.
Not that like dunking is everything in basketball. People
yeah,
like
but it's just a
but like,
showcase.
Bro, I have teammates that cannot dunk, that play professional basketball. Like, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like that are
just
not
a display
like small
of
people.
athleticism.
Yeah, you know, 6 foot plus, like playing basketball for a living that can't like go up and just dunk a basketball without like their knees blowing up or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to put that in perspective of what you just said, 42 dunking after not.
Yeah, he's a recreational, like he's not an athlete. Like,
that's crazy.
He
bro.
did sports for his whole life, but you know, and before that he wasn't able to play for 4 years. You know, he couldn't lift his daughter up.
Oh my God.
Now he's a lifetime member in the gym.
Well, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it.
Okay, you do this now here. Okay, hold for 45 seconds.
Nice,
Then
wow.
you're gonna do it from the other side. This is good because you also get the hip flexor stretch. And also get more load on the hips because of this. And it's on the ground, it's a little bit easier, but it's still effective. So yeah, we want to, when we're doing the stretching, we go calves so we can open hamstrings.
Yeah.
Then we open the front quads. Then we open the sides like this, and final we go to the groin, so we cover like everything. Just we do that also with the exercises like Romanian deadlift, you know, and Jefferson and split squats.
Yes.
You can come from this side and everything, but this is just, you know, boosting, like enforcing that and that range.
You know,
and we're still adding like a strength concept.
Like the morning after a game, man, the body just wants this. You know what I mean? It's craving the mobility and the just the full range, you know, training.
Yeah, it always feels good to stretch. As Kobe says, stretch.
Yeah,
stretch.
He did. He said, "You better start stretching."
You better start stretching. Stretch. I mean, if he was doing it, if you see Djokovic like being able to, you know, like like why not do it? Like if you see also like Usain Bolt or whatever.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. For years, I heard people say, "Don't stretch. Stretching is bad." So I didn't stretch.
Yeah.
And I'm
it will make you less explosive.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? You know.
Yeah, and this is not just you're getting stronger too because we add also the strength. You know, it's not just passive stretching.
Yeah,
but
it's that squeezing.
Yeah, just squeeze the feet and now hold with the groin. You're like doing like planks for your groin. You know, and. Like
I feel this a lot.
Getting that strength aspect together with the flexibility, it makes you more flexible, more resilient, and it helps you keep the flexibility for longer without needing to spend hours of passive stretching, you know?
Yes.
Like I'm not doing this, people are, if you don't get stronger through that range, the body doesn't let you there, so you get tighter again after a short, or you won't get a lot of results with flexibility.
Right.
So when I realized that, it's just, and what that, like ATG does that, like all, like strength through range, it's huge.
Yes. No,
it's
it's everything, that strength through range. Holy smokes.
I wish you like more success now in Lithuania, in your career, and we will.
Thank you for having me. Getting me in for training whenever you can. It's important for me. When you asked me to do this podcast, you just kind of walk and talk. It's a no-brainer for me, bro. Of course, if I can help spread the message for something that helped me, I'm all in, bro. So thank you again,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.